It doesn't matter what you weigh. Repeat it with me. It doesn't matter what you weigh. Stop worrying about it. Hey there, Coach Devin here, and let's talk about goal weights. You have a goal weight. You know you do. Everybody does. People are always telling me about my goal weight. Devin, I have a goal weight I want to get to. Devin, this is the goal weight that I always want to be at. Devin, I'm at my fighting best when I'm X. Okay, it's a pet peeve for me. I'm going to rant a little bit here, just so you're clear. Sorry about that in advance. I have been a trainer now for 28 years. I've owned a gym for 11 years. I have heard about goal weights the entire time. For 28 years, I've been hearing people tell me about their goal weights and how they need to be at a specific fighting goal weight. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Do you have a goal weight? Seriously, if you have a goal weight, write it up down below. Tell me why it's your goal weight. Because I'm curious. Because people have these goal weights all the time. I don't know where they come from. So here is my problem with goal weights. In a nutshell, I'll make it real simple. Goal weights are stupid because you don't know what you should weigh. I have no idea what I should weigh to be at my best. No one really knows. You like a number. It's like saying your favorite number is 6. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. But the problem is you get something in your head and you're like, I want to be X weight. I'd be the best. Now for me, I'm like, remember this time I was like, I want to be 220. Then I was like, I want to be 225. Now I'm like, I like being 245. You know what? I like how it sounds when I say I'm 245. Why? I couldn't tell you. Sounds cool, I guess, kind of, maybe. Now that I say it out loud on camera, it sounds stupid as hell. So the likelihood is it's just stupid as hell, let's be honest. Look, you don't know what you should weigh. The reason you have that picked out is because, like I said, it's just a favorite number of yours. You like the way it sounds. Ladies are like, I want to be 135. I want to be 140. I want to be 120. It's all the time like that. It's somewhere in those numbers. I want to be this number. I've always been that number. When I was 18, that was the number I was, so I want to be there. Hear it all the time. Guys are like, oh, they're always trying to pump it up. The guys always wanted to be higher, right? They're like, oh, I think I'd be at my best at 200 or 210, 240, 180, whatever it is. Guys are pushing it up, usually. Sometimes they need to drop it too, but look, here's the problem with it. It doesn't matter what you weigh. Repeat it with me. It doesn't matter what you weigh. Stop worrying about it. Oh my God, look, I say this to clients all the time, and it's a truism, so pay attention for a second. If I could wave a magic wand tomorrow, and you would look exactly the way you want to look, whatever that goal is. Like say your goal is, I want 6-pack abs. You got them. Goal is, I want big arms. You got it. Goal is, I want a big butt or whatever. You got it. You're going to look exactly the way you want to look, like that. I can do that for you right now. But here's the deal. You can look exactly the way you want to look, but you weigh exactly what you weigh right now. Would you care what you looked like? Oh, would you care what you weigh? I screwed that up. Would you care what you weigh? So if I could wave a magic wand and tell you, okay, you can weigh the same as you weigh right now, but you're going to look exactly the way you want to look, you've always wanted to look in your head. Would you give a damn about how much you weigh? The answer to that is no. And if the answer is yes, you're lying. The answer is no for everybody. It's a truism. It's just the way it is. You don't care. But everybody's still worrying about the weight. Weight is not a good precursor to tell you whether you're healthy or not. It just isn't. It doesn't matter. There's lots of very healthy people that are 120 pounds. There's also healthy people at 150. There's also healthy people at 180. There's also healthy people at 210. There's also healthy people at 250. It's a wide range, guys. There's a wide range. I am 245 pounds. I'm pretty damn healthy. There's some people that are bigger than me, still healthy. There's some people that are lighter than me, much less healthy. It kind of depends, but your weight doesn't matter. How much weight you're carrying around does not matter pounds-wise. It doesn't matter what you think your goal should be because it just doesn't, nobody cares. Are you carrying a lot of extra body fat? Then yeah, you have a problem and you want to deal with that. But if you could be the same weight, but without the body fat, then you're going to be more healthy. This is why it doesn't matter. And this is why it drives me nuts, because everybody's always saying, Devin, I have my goal weight, my fighting weight. I hear that one a lot. My best fighting weight was this. And I'm like, okay, but you weren't a fighter. And on top of that, I've heard it so many times, it boils my blood, because it doesn't matter. It does not matter what you weigh. No one cares what you weigh, okay? Nobody cares. I don't care. You're the only person that cares. The only person that cares is you. So you got to get the weight out of your head. So what should you go with? Well, we go by measurement. Listen, you could have a client, they lose 10 pounds, they lose 25 inches. Is that a win or a lose? Well, you wouldn't say, they only lost 10 pounds. It's not a very big deal, right? Well, you say, they lost 25 inches? The 25 inches is what's important, because that means they've gotten rid of body fat and they've built muscle. That's what's important, because muscle is much more dense than fat. And since muscle is more dense than fat, this much muscle weighs the same as that much fat. So you can get smaller as a person and weigh the same. You could be healthier and weigh the same weight as you do right now. That's why body weight doesn't matter. Stop getting on the damn scale. Listen, I will tell you a story right now. I have an ex. Not gonna name her. I don't want to get in that much trouble, but I have an ex. Used to get up every morning and get on the scale every day. And whatever that scale said determined how her day would go. So if the weight was down, great day. Weight was up, cranky and angry. How's that sound to live your life? Because she had a number in her head. She wanted to be 135. Actually, I think 132. She wanted to be 132. I'm like, why do you care about being 132? She's like, I just like being 132. Part of the reason she liked being 132 is there was a house on our street, and then their number was 132. When she'd go for a run, she'd run past it, and she thought, I'd like to be 132. Okay, that illustrates how ridiculous the numbers are. Don't let the scale control you. Don't let what you think you should weigh matter. I'm 245. I don't get on the scale that often. I kind of stay the same weight. I fluctuate. Now, given if I'm lifting heavier, a little heavier, if I'm doing more HIIT style stuff, I can drop some weight. But you know what? Right now I'm about 245. I haven't been on the scale in a while. Why haven't I? Because I don't really care. I look in the mirror and I can tell, okay, Devin, are you eating food well? I can tell. If my abs are not as good, guess what? I got to do something. If your clothes are getting tighter around your stomach, you have a problem. That's why you shouldn't worry about it. Your clothes will not lie to you, because your measurements can't lie to you. They don't. Clothes don't shrink and disappear and move around. They just are what they are. That's how clothes work. So don't ever get into that mindset. Your body weight, you could be 132 pounds and horribly unhealthy. You can be 132 pounds and super healthy. You can be 245 pounds and unhealthy, or 245 pounds and super healthy. It kind of depends. It depends on the person. Like I've said before, I've gone to running races, right? I've done lots of races before, been at the beginning of a race, and I see people beside me that I think, man, they don't look super fit. I'm gonna kick their ass. And you know what happens? They kick my ass. Why? Because they're better at it. They're a better athlete than I am, period. Better runner. The eyeball test would tell you, that Devin's a bit more fit than those guys are, but they killed me. Stop worrying about body weight. Don't get on the scale all the time. Measure yourself. Measuring yourself will give you an honest, real, true representation of where you're going. If your body's getting smaller and your weight stays the same, you're happy. If your weight's going up and your body's getting smaller, you're still good. If your weight is going up and your body's getting bigger, you have a problem. If your weight's going down and the body's getting bigger, you have a problem. That's how you need to, you have to pay attention to the things that you do the measurements with, right? What is the measurement useful? Is the measurement doing something for you? If the measurement is just arbitrarily standing on a scale, you don't know if you're progressing. You have no idea if you're more fit than you were yesterday or last week or last month. You have no clue, because you're using a scale which can't tell you anything. If it was a scale that gave you BMI, like fat percentages, yeah, okay, that makes some sense. I can get on board with that one, but it's just weight. Don't do it. Don't even get on the damn scale. Measure yourself. Stop worrying about what is your best body weight. You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. I do this for a living. I don't know. I really don't, and I don't care. I care about how many inches you're losing. Are you leaner than you were before? Are you healthier than you were before? Do you feel better? Are you able to do more things? Are you able to do the stuff that you've always wanted to do? That's what's important. None of the other stuff. It doesn't matter. So turn the page. You like that one? I tell my kids that all the time. Turn the page. Turn the page on worrying what your ideal body weight should be. You don't know what it is, so screw it. Go by inches. Go by how you feel. Go by what you can do in the gym. Go by what you can do exercise-wise. Go by that stuff. But stop worrying about your weight, guys. It just doesn't matter. You have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, write them up down below. I would love to hear from you. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.